Hello guys, it's I, RipperX. Hello guys, welcome to the party. It's been started officially. This is day one. The game is officially live on Steam and is off to an absolute terrific start. There's been tons of positive feedback from players, which for early access is not always the case. I know most of you know this already, but Donkey Crew and our favorite vampire slash superstar, Chat, the man that started the legendary CRPG mod off a Mountain Blade Warband, is behind this game, of course. So, there's a lot to talk about. Feature-wise, we're going to go over some of what Of Kings and Men has to offer, and also, we're going to take a first look into the beginning of the game as a new player. Obviously, the tutorial was a nice start. Everyone that's new to the game, I think it's going to help. Just to kind of get to know how to block and how to attack, kind of important. And again, we eventually level up and get the opportunity to buy better weapons, armor, and equipment. For those of you that don't know, Of Kings and Men is an indie-developed medieval combat sandbox game. Now, each server can hold up to around 200 players, with more slots expanding in the future. Throughout early access, Of Kings and Men will introduce strategic elements, allowing players to conquer and control the land by political, economic, or military means. Now, you can send armies to protect your cities and invade enemy territories. You're going to be able to lead your troops into decisive, orchestrated sieges against player-built fortifications that are fought with hundreds of friends and foes simultaneously. So some of the major key features in the early access launch are factions. You're going to be able to team up and wage war against enemy kingdoms. Skills, train your character and practice your personal skills. Progression, which is a huge and super important thing for me at least. You're going to be able to unlock swords, polearms, spears, bows, crossbows, and other authentic 13th century weapons and armors to customize your look and playstyle. Fight with a fast-paced and intuitive combat system based on the experience of historical European martial arts. HEMA is the code word for that. This is a custom engine. Donkey Crew's custom engine has been tailored specifically to the game. Anyways, day one has been awesome. So my goal here is to get a better bow and hopefully some better armor as well. One thing we didn't talk about yet, which was at the main menu, there's something called the Epic, which is going to be starting, I think, on September 1st. I don't know a lot about it, but there's a really cool wiki, which I will post below this video in the description. You guys can check out if you want to see more information about it, but this is what they said about the Epic. The Epic is a massive warfare-driven online campaign enhanced by economy and suffrage. You can level up as a soldier, seize power to command 200 player battles, or reign supreme as king over other player factions. You're going to be able to control a family of up to 4 NPCs to gather, craft, and build, while exploring the open world for valuable knowledge and technology. There are 4 opposed kingdoms from which players can choose at the start of the game. Players are able to join or create custom factions within the individual kingdoms. Now, there are no classes that are set in stone. Essentially, player behavior can be categorized into the following 4 roles: the politician, the worker, the warrior, or the scout. There are 2 layers in Of Kings and Men: a strategic map and an open world map. Both layers are geographically identical, but each serves a different purpose. The strategic map layer is an overview map similar to the strategic map from the Total War games. It serves as an interface for moving armies as well as other management-related actions. Map is split by a hexagonal grid on which players and armies move from one hexagon to another. Each tile of the grid at this layer is roughly 200 meters in diameter. Now, the player receives 9 to 12 movement points at the start of each turn. Depending on the type of units he has, players can use these at any time or not at all. However, unused points will not transfer to the next turn. There are 2 turns each day. One starts at prime time, the other starts early in the morning. If a player spends any movement points during a tick, that's a 1-hour interval, his army will move 1 tile towards the desired location at the end of that tick. This is a layer where micromanagement occurs. Here, players will be able to construct fiefs of all types, manage their NPC workforce, go to markets, trade, etc. Scouts use this layer to obtain artifacts, such as blueprints, as well as scouting areas for hidden threats. The open world layer will be instance-based, as to allow currently 200 players in one area, potentially tens of thousands server-wide. Movement at this layer is third person, as seen by the player character. Early movement at this layer will be restricted to settlements and their direct surroundings. At this point in development, you will move from city to city via the strategic map, and if you're not located at a settlement on that layer, the open world layer will be inaccessible. Now, players will recruit troops. Functionally, one troop serves as a single spawn ticket for a player in battle, and convince other players to join their war campaign with their own troops. Then initiate an attack on an enemy by crossing paths with them during the movement phase, end of the tick. Once an attack occurs, battle schedules will be decided and commanders will be able to fill their battle rosters, up to 100 players per side depending on the total troop count. Battles are scheduled around the end and beginning of the turn at prime time, with the largest battles receiving the best time slots. Battles can also be scheduled side by side if necessary, ultimately allowing any number of battles to occur in a single day. So, a little bit complicated, but this is essentially what the Epic is going to be about. It's going to be strategic as well as pretty exciting. I mean, you're going to be able to bring a lot of your friends or guilds. You know, essentially a guild can bring all their people in and fight. So, September 1st, the Epic starts. I'm very excited to check it out. I'm probably going to get shit stomped, but it's going to be fun to play anyways. Nonetheless, having a shit ton of fun, guys. This game is awesome. Of Kings and Men is available on Steam. I think it's 10% off right now. Definitely worth checking it out. Around 22 bucks I think I dropped for it. Definitely worth it, guys. A really cool development team as well. I love the devs. These guys are awesome. They're very passionate about the game, and they're continuing to improve this game and add to it. So far, it's been a really good experience. I've really had minimal issues with this game so far. It's been a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys think. Of Kings and Men is officially out on Steam, as well as Green Man Gaming. I will post some links below for you guys that are interested. More videos to come of Kings and Men. As always, highly appreciate your time, guys. My name's RipperX. I'll see you soon. Summer's day, the order the enemy has taken our land. Death and blood on all of them will never bend. They shall die by our hands and never come back again. My brothers held swords in their hands, and my father said they'll never bend. But suddenly my mother said, remember them. You will never see them again. When they were gone, my father cried, took his sword